popular discount department store is shutting down 2 of its locations this week. Alina Lee spoke to residents and workers who are both surprised and disappointed to see them go.
Watch this before you shop at Ross again. Ross is lying to you, not about everything, but about enough. Some Ross deals are real. Others are garbage designed to look like bargains. We bought dozens of items, compared them to department store versions, analyzed labels, found the tricks that separate genuine deals from manufactured junk. Today, I'm exposing what to buy at Ross, what to skip, and how to spot the difference. Stick around. The biggest lie isn't the prices, it's where the merchandise actually comes from. Let's break this down. The truth about Ross merchandise. What you're really buying. Ross operates on the off-price retail model. They claim to buy overstock, closeouts, and excess inventory from department stores and sell it for 20 to 60% less. Sometimes that's true. Sometimes you find genuine Levi's jeans that Macy's couldn't sell. Real Calvin Klein betting that Kohl's overstocked. Authentic brand name items at legitimate discounts. But the retail industry has a dirty secret. Most off-price stores now sell made-for-outlet merchandise, products manufactured specifically for discount retailers. Lower quality, cheaper materials, similar styling to the department store versions, but fundamentally different. Here's how it works. A major brand makes 2 lines. The main line goes to department stores. Higher quality, better construction, premium materials. The value line goes to Ross and similar stores. Cheaper fabrics, simpler construction, lower standards. Both carry the same brand name. Both look similar, but they're not the same product. Does this mean everything at Ross is fake or low quality? No, but it means you need to be selective. Some departments consistently stock legitimate deals. Others are filled with manufactured merchandise that's barely worth the discount price. Let's break down what's worth buying and what isn't, starting with the absolute worst department that's wasting your money. What to skip. 1. Home decor and furniture. Walk past this section entirely. Don't even browse. The home decor and furniture at Ross is almost universally terrible. The problem starts with materials. That decorative vase? Cheap plastic painted to look like ceramic. The picture frames? Thin composite wood that warps. The wall art? Printed on the lowest quality canvas with ink that fades in months. The throw pillows are stuffed with the cheapest polyfill that compresses into lumps immediately. The decorative trays are made from materials so thin they bend under minimal weight. The candles are made with low-grade wax that burns unevenly and barely produces scent. Furniture items, shelves, small tables, storage units, are made from particle board held together with hope and cheap hardware. The assembly instructions are incomprehensible. The pieces don't fit together properly, and when you finally assemble them, they wobble and feel unstable. One furniture restoration expert said, Ross Home Furniture is designed to look acceptable in the store and survive the trip home. After that, it's on borrowed time. The materials are the absolute cheapest available. I wouldn't trust most of it to hold books, let alone anything valuable. At $15 to $30 for most decorative items, you're not saving much compared to Target or Home Goods, where the quality is significantly better. You're better off buying fewer, higher quality items than filling your home with Ross decor that looks cheap. The only exception, seasonal decorative items you'll use once and don't care about. Halloween decorations, Christmas trinkets, items that are inherently disposable. Those are fine at Ross because you're not expecting longevity. But for anything you want to keep, anything that will be a permanent part of your home, skip Ross home decor entirely, and you'd think the next department would be better. After all, it's one of Ross's most prominent sections. They stock hundreds of items. Surely some of it must be decent. Wrong, because what's coming next is even more deceptive. Products that look professional, promise quality, and fall apart the moment you try to use them seriously. 2. Kitchen gadgets and appliances. The kitchen section at Ross is a graveyard of abandoned dreams and broken promises. Small appliances at Ross are almost always bottom-tier brands or made-for-outlet versions of known brands. That KitchenAid mixer? Not the same one from Williams-Sonoma, different motor, cheaper materials, won't last. Blenders with familiar brand names but unfamiliar model numbers, they look like the department store version. They're not. Weaker motors, plastic gears instead of metal, blades that dull quickly, coffee makers that leak, toasters with uneven heating elements, air fryers with non-stick coatings that peel off after a dozen uses. These aren't bargains. They're future landfill material at slightly discounted prices. The kitchen gadgets are worse. Knife sets with blades so soft they can't hold an edge. Cutting boards made from compressed wood fibers that absorb bacteria. Mixing bowls that crack in the dishwasher. Can openers that break on the second can. The only kitchen items worth considering at Ross. Basic storage containers. Check for BPA-free, simple glass mixing bowls, inspect for chips, and basic dish towels. Wash before use. Everything else is risky. At $10 to $40 for most kitchen items, you're not saving enough to justify buying tools that don't work properly. Buy fewer, better quality tools that will actually last and perform. Kitchen gadgets at Ross promise convenience and value. They deliver frustration and waste. So we've covered home decor and kitchen items, both disasters, both departments designed to look appealing while hiding fundamental quality issues. And the pattern is becoming clear. Anything at Ross that requires durability, performance, or consistent quality is probably not worth buying. But here's where it gets interesting, because 3 isn't obviously bad. In fact, it looks premium, soft, luxurious, exactly what you'd want, and that's precisely why it's so dangerous. 3. Bedding and bath linens. The bedding section at Ross looks impressive. Stacks of sheet sets, comforters, duvets, bath towels in every color, brand names you recognize, prices that seem amazing. Don't fall for it. The cotton quality is inferior. Ross sheets are often made from short staple cotton, the cheapest grade. It's rough, doesn't soften with washing, and breaks down quickly. Department store sheets use longer staple cotton that's softer and more durable. The elastic on fitted sheets fails within months. The sheets shrink unpredictably. The colors fade dramatically. After 10 to 15 washes, Ross sheets look worse than quality sheets after 100 washes. Comforters and duvets have the same issues. The fill is cheap polyester that clumps and shifts. The baffling, the stitching that keeps fill in place, is minimal, so the filling migrates to corners and edges. You end up with a lumpy, uneven comforter that provides no consistent warmth. The duvet covers are made from fabric so thin you can see the comforter through them. The zippers break, the corner ties tear off. They're designed to look acceptable in packaging, not to function on an actual bed. Bath towels are especially disappointing. Ross towels are made from short fiber cotton that doesn't absorb well. They feel stiff even after washing with softener. They shed lint for months. They develop a musty smell that's hard to remove. One textile expert explained, bedding and bath linens are where discount stores cut the most corners. Consumers can't easily assess quality in store. The items look fine in packages, but the fiber quality, construction, and durability are significantly compromised. You're better off buying one quality set that lasts 5 years than 3 Ross sets that last 6 months each. The only exception, if you need disposable linens for a rental property, guest room that's rarely used, or college dorm where you know items will be ruined. Then Ross bedding makes sense as a short-term solution. For your own bed where you sleep every night, invest in quality linens elsewhere. The difference in sleep quality and longevity is worth the extra cost. Bedding and bath linens at Ross promise softness and comfort. They deliver disappointment and frequent replacement. 3 departments down, 3 categories where Ross consistently fails to deliver value. All of them designed to look appealing while hiding quality compromises. And you're probably thinking, okay, I get it. Anything made from fabric or materials that need to last is questionable at Ross. But number 4 isn't fabric. It's not a gadget. It's not home decor. It's a category where brand matters, where quality is usually visible, where you'd think Ross would have genuine deals. You'd be wrong. because this next department is where Ross's made-for-outlet strategy is most aggressive and most deceptive. 4. Athletic wear and performance clothing. Athletic wear at Ross looks like a dream section. Racks of Nike, Adidas, Under Armour, and Puma at 40 to 60% off. You grab a pair of running tights, a sports bra, a performance shirt, feel like you scored. Then you work out in them once and understand the truth. Athletic wear at Ross is almost exclusively made-for-outlet merchandise. These items were never sold at Dick's Sporting Goods or Lululemon. They were manufactured specifically for discount stores with cheaper materials and lower performance standards. The fabric is the first giveaway. Department store athletic wear uses moisture-wicking, 4-way stretch fabrics that move with your body and pull sweat away from your skin. Ross athletic wear uses cheaper polyester blends that trap heat, don't stretch properly, and become soaked with sweat. The compression items don't compress. The support items don't support. Sports bras from Ross don't have proper construction, insufficient band support, thin straps, minimal coverage. They're fine for walking, but inadequate for actual athletic activity. Running tights lose their shape after a few wears. The waistband rolls down, the seams irritate your skin. The fabric becomes sheer when stretched. These aren't suitable for serious exercise. The performance shirts pill immediately. The moisture-wicking properties disappear after 3 washes. The antimicrobial treatments that prevent odor, either non-existent or ineffective. Your Ross workout shirt will smell worse after 1 gym session than a quality shirt after 5. The shoes are particularly problematic. Ross stocks athletic shoes that look like current models but are actually older versions with outdated technology. The cushioning is compressed. The support structures are simplified. The materials are cheaper, or worse, they're made for outlet versions that look similar to retail models but have different construction entirely. Same branding, completely different performance. One athletic trainer said, "I can always tell when clients are wearing Ross athletic wear. It doesn't perform, the fabric doesn't move right, the support isn't there. And most concerning, the shoes don't provide proper support or cushioning. For walking around, maybe okay. For actual athletics, you're risking injury." At $15 to $40 for most Ross athletic items, you're not saving enough to justify buying clothes that don't perform during exercise. Quality athletic wear lasts years. Ross athletic wear lasts months and performs poorly the entire time. Athletic wear at Ross promises performance and savings. It delivers inadequate support and quick deterioration. 4 categories exposed. 4 departments where Ross's merchandise ranges from disappointing to potentially harmful, all designed to look like deals while delivering inferior products. The pattern is undeniable now. Ross fails in categories requiring durability, performance, or material quality. But we're only halfway through. And if you've been shopping at Ross regularly, this next category is probably one you've bought from multiple times. It seems safe, it seems reliable. After all, how much can they mess up something so simple? Turns out, quite a lot. Because number 5 is where Ross's quality control completely breaks down. 5. Kids' toys and books. The toy section at Ross is dangerous, not in an obvious sharp edges way. This probably doesn't meet safety standards way. Ross toys are often from unknown manufacturers. No brand recognition, no reputation to protect, just cheap toys manufactured overseas with minimal quality control. The plastic is low grade, it smells chemical, it's thin and cracks easily. Small parts break off immediately, a choking hazard for young children. Paint chips off, potentially containing lead or other toxins. Electronic toys from Ross rarely work properly. Batteries drain impossibly fast. The sound quality is terrible. Lights are dim, and they break within days of normal play. Plush toys shed synthetic fibers. The seams split. The stuffing clumps. And they're often not tested for flammability or toxic materials to the same standards as toys from reputable retailers. The bigger concern? Counterfeit toys. Ross's supply chain includes liquidated inventory from questionable sources. Some toys are convincing knockoffs of popular brands. Same packaging design, similar names, but not the actual licensed product. Not tested to the same safety standards. One child safety advocate explained. Toys at discount stores like Ross operate in a gray zone. They're not necessarily illegal, but they're not held to the same safety standards as toys from major retailers. The testing is minimal, the materials are questionable. And when something goes wrong, a chemical exposure, a choking hazard, there's no clear accountability. Books are slightly better, but still problematic. Children's books at Ross are often damaged stock, pages torn, spines creased, covers bent, and the selection is random. You're not finding current bestsellers or educational books you want. You're finding whatever didn't sell elsewhere. Adult books are remainders or overstock from years ago. Outdated information, old editions, nothing you couldn't find cheaper used online. The only toys potentially acceptable, simple outdoor toys like beach balls or sand toys that don't have small parts or electronics. Even then, inspect carefully for defects. 5 categories down. We've exposed home decor, kitchen items, bedding, athletic wear, and toys. All problematic. All departments designed to look appealing while hiding fundamental issues. And here's where things shift. Because we're done with what to avoid, you know the worst departments. You know what to skip. You understand Ross's weaknesses. Now it's time to reveal where Ross actually delivers. The departments where you can find genuine deals, real value, items worth your money. And if these revelations have already changed how you'll shop at Ross, hit that like button and subscribe, because the 5 categories ahead are where Ross becomes worth the trip. What to buy? 5. Designer handbags and accessories. Here's where Ross gets interesting. The handbag and accessories section is hit or miss, but when you hit, you score genuinely great deals. Ross gets real designer overstock. Calvin Klein, Michael Kors, Kate Spade, Steve Madden. These aren't always made for outlet, they're often actual department store overflow that didn't sell. How can you tell if a handbag is genuine versus made for outlet? Check these indicators. Authentic hardware. Real designer bags have quality zippers, metal clasps that work smoothly, and hardware with weight and substance. Made for outlet bags have lighter, cheaper hardware. Leather quality. Real designer leather feels supple and smells like leather. Made for outlet bags often use genuine leather, the lowest leather grade, or synthetic materials. Interior construction. Authentic designer bags have multiple interior pockets, quality lining, and attention to detail inside. Made for outlet bags have minimal interior features. Stitching quality. Real designer bags have even tight stitching. Made for outlet bags have looser stitching and visible imperfections. The deals can be significant. A Michael Kors bag that retails for $298 might be $89 at Ross. If it's an authentic overstock, check the indicators above. That's a genuine 70% discount. Accessories are similarly good. Wallets, scarves, sunglasses, and belts from legitimate brands at 50 to 70% off. The key is knowing how to verify authenticity and quality. One fashion buyer explained, Ross's accessories section is worth checking weekly. They get irregular shipments of genuine designer overstock mixed with outlet merchandise. If you know how to spot the difference, you can find incredible deals. I've bought $400 handbags for under $100, but we're just getting started with the good stuff. Because number 4 is a department that many shoppers overlook. It's not glamorous, not trendy, not exciting, but it's where Ross consistently stocks quality items at prices that actually make sense. 4. Men's dress shirts and ties. The men's dress shirt section at Ross is surprisingly solid. Unlike most clothing departments, this one stocks genuine overstock with consistent quality. Name brands like Calvin Klein, Kenneth Cole, Van Heusen, and Perry Ellis regularly appear. And unlike athletic wear or women's fashion, these are often actual department store items that didn't sell. Why? The men's dress shirt market is more standardized, fewer trends, more predictable demand. When department stores overstock, the excess ends up at Ross, and the quality is usually genuine. Look for these quality indicators in Ross dress shirts. Collar stays included. Quality dress shirts come with removable collar stays. Made-for-outlet shirts skip this detail. Button quality. Real dress shirts have substantial buttons sewn securely. Cheap shirts have thin buttons that come loose quickly. Fabric weight. Quality dress shirts use fabric with weight and structure. Hold the shirt up to light. If you can see through it easily, it's cheap fabric. Pattern alignment. On striped or checked shirts, the pattern should align at seams and pockets. Misaligned patterns indicate rushed, low-quality manufacturing. Size consistency. Name brand dress shirts follow standard sizing. If the fit seems off, it might be made for outlet with non-standard sizing. At $15 to $25, Ross dress shirts can be 60 to 70% off department store prices. For men who wear dress shirts regularly for work, this is significant savings. Ties are another strong category. Name brand ties at $7 to $15 that would cost $40 to $60 retail. Check for fabric quality. Silk ties should feel smooth and substantial. Polyester ties should at least have good weight and a quality finish. Construction. Quality ties have multiple folds and inner construction that helps them hold shape. Cheap ties are thin single-layer fabric. Stitching. The bar tack, the small stitch at the bottom of the tie, should be secure. Loose stitching means the tie will unravel quickly. One corporate professional said, "I buy all my work shirts and ties at Ross. I've learned which brands to trust and how to verify quality. I've built a $2,000 wardrobe for under $500. The quality is legitimate. These are the same shirts I used to buy at Macy's." Now, the momentum is building because number 3 is the department that made Ross famous. The section everyone knows to check. The racks that drive people to Ross week after week. 3. Women's shoes. This is it. The reason most people shop at Ross. The department that consistently delivers genuine deals on quality footwear. Ross stocks legitimate name brand shoes. Steve Madden, Jessica Simpson, Nine West, Franco Sardo, Madden Girl, and Klein. And unlike clothing, these are often actual department store shoes that didn't sell. Why does the shoe section work when so much else doesn't? Shoes are harder to manufacture specifically for outlets. The molds, lasts, and production processes are expensive. It's more economical for shoe manufacturers to send overstock to Ross than to create separate made-for-outlet lines. The result? Genuine deals. $80 heels for $29.99, $60 boots for $24.99, $50 flats for $19.99. These aren't inflated compare-it prices. These are real discounts on actual shoes. How to shop Ross shoes successfully. Know your size exactly. Ross shoes are organized by size, but inventory is random. If you don't know your exact size, you'll waste time. Inspect for defects. Ross shoes are often irregular or slightly damaged stock. Check for scuffs, loose stitching, sole separation, or mismatched pairs. Try both shoes. Shoes can be mismatched or different sizes. Always try both feet. Check return policy. Ross allows returns with receipt within 30 days. Keep your receipt and test the shoes at home. Visit frequently. Shoe inventory changes constantly. What's not there today might appear tomorrow. Go early. Popular sizes, 7 to 9, sell out fast. Shop weekday mornings for best selection. The quality is legitimate. These are real shoes from real brands at real discounts, not made-for-outlet compromises. Actual overstock and closeouts. One fashion stylist explained, "Ross shoes are my secret weapon for clients on budgets. We find designer shoes at 60 to 70% off retail constantly. The selection is unpredictable, so we hunt. But when we find the right shoes in the right size, it's like winning the lottery. At $20 to $40 for most shoes, you're getting legitimate designer footwear for less than Target or Payless, charged for lower quality alternatives. This is where Ross delivers its original promise. Women's shoes at Ross are the gold standard for off-price shopping. Real brands, real discounts, real value. And we're almost at the peak, because the top 2 categories ahead aren't just good, They're the departments where Ross beats almost everyone on value. Where shopping Ross isn't just smart, it's the best option available. Number 2 is a category most people sleep on. They walk right past it heading for shoes or handbags. But for parents and bargain hunters, this section is pure gold. 2. Kids clothing. Kids clothing at Ross is where the store's business model makes perfect sense. Children outgrow clothes in months. You need quantity and variety, and Ross delivers both at prices that work. Name brands like Carter's, Oshkosh, The Children's Place, and Cat & Jack appear regularly. And while some is made for outlet, the quality is acceptable for children's clothes that will be outgrown or destroyed within months. The pricing is aggressive, $7 to $12 for kids' shirts, $10 to $15 for pants, $15 to $25 for jackets. Compare that to $15 to $25 for shirts and $25 to $40 for pants at retail stores. You're saving 50 to 70%. For clothes that children will wear for 6 to 12 months before outgrowing, Ross's quality is adequate. The seams might not be perfect, the fabric might be thinner, but for the price and longevity needs, it works. The best strategy for kids' clothes at Ross. Buy for next season. See a winter coat in March? Buy it in the next size up for next winter. Ross prices are lowest off-season. Stock up on basics. Plain t-shirts, leggings, socks, underwear. Buy multiples in the next size up. Kids always need basics. Inspect for damage. Kids' clothes get handled roughly at Ross. Check seams, buttons, and zippers before buying. Mix and match. Don't worry about outfits. Buy pieces that work together. Let kids mix however they want. One parent explained, "I used to buy all my kids' clothes at Target and Gap. Then I discovered Ross and realized I was wasting money." Kids don't care about brands. They care about comfort and colors. Ross delivers both for a third of the price. My clothing budget went from $150 per month to $50 per month. Kids clothing at Ross proves that good enough quality at exceptional prices is sometimes the smartest shopping decision. 4 categories where Ross delivers value. 4 departments proving that Ross can work when you shop strategically and know what to look for. And everything we've covered, the accessories, the dress shirts, the shoes, the kids' clothes, has been building to this one category. The department that represents the absolute best use of Ross's business model. The number one thing to buy at Ross isn't glamorous, it's not exciting. Most people don't even think about it. But for value, quality, and selection, nothing at Ross comes close. Home basics, kitchen towels, storage, organization. Here's the secret Ross doesn't advertise. Their home basics section is the best value in the entire store. Not furniture, not decor, basics, kitchen towels, storage containers, organizational items, cleaning supplies, the boring essentials every home needs constantly. Kitchen towels at Ross cost $3 to $7 for sets of 2 to 3. These aren't the thin decorative towels from the home decor section. These are functional cotton towels from brands like Calphalon, Martha Stewart, and Food Network. At retail, the same towels cost $8 to $15 each. Are they as nice as Williams Sonoma towels? No, but they absorb water, clean up spills, and survive the washing machine. For kitchen towels you'll use daily and replace regularly, Ross quality is completely acceptable. Storage containers are similarly excellent value. Rubbermaid, Sterilites, and Sistema containers at 40 to 60% off retail. The quality is identical to what you'd buy at Target. These are the actual products, not made-for-outlet versions. At $5 to $15 for storage containers that cost $12 to $30 retail, you're getting legitimate deals on functional items you'll use for years. Organizational items like drawer dividers, closet organizers, and cabinet storage are solid quality at excellent prices. These aren't complex items requiring advanced manufacturing. They're simple plastic or fabric items that Ross sources efficiently. At $3 to $15 for most home basics, you're furnishing and organizing your home for less than you'd spend on inferior products at dollar stores. with quality that matches major retailers. This is where Ross's business model achieves perfection. Functional, essential items at prices that represent genuine value. No deception, no compromises, just good products at good prices. Home basics at Ross prove that discount retail works when stores focus on practical value over manufactured glamour. If this guide saves you from wasting money on Ross's worst items and helps you find their best deals, hit that like button and subscribe. We're exposing the truth about every major retailer so you can shop with confidence. Check out the video on your screen. We're exposing the truth about more megastores, and some of their practices will shock you even more than Ross's made-for-outlet merchandise.